Hi there, this is Closing Trades. Over the next 60 minutes, we'll analyze and dissect the trading hour as it is in the last 60 minutes of the session. But Nikunj, really, 5400 acting as a tough zone for the market. If we break past it, do you think that would be of psychological comfort to participants?
Technically, yes. Technically, with each passing day, I think the market momentum is indeed getting better and better. Local participation has increased. So in last 10 days, even though the Nifty has not traveled a whole lot, individual stocks clearly are participating. Individual stocks are clearly now chipping in. The story so far has been we started above 53.50. We've stayed above 53.50 for the entire day. All sectors are trading with a positive bias. Strength is coming from unexpected pockets, which is IT and auto. So the classic banking and FMCG stocks are strong, but they are not really leading the market rally. And I think that is what is differentiating markets now. It's no longer banking or FMCG stocks which are leading the markets up. Strength on a daily basis is coming from new sectors. So that rotation game has indeed started for our markets. Fundamentally, well, we discuss this on a daily basis. With each passing day, even though the markets are moving up, fundamentally it is becoming more and more difficult to justify this market rally. So the story so far has been that Indian markets have managed to climb the wall of worries. Will they do that? Till the time there is global liquidity, till the time traders are clearly of the view that they will make more money by buying this market on every dip, I think markets will not go anywhere. So there is a distinct shift in the way which market traders are now approaching this market. A month ago, I guess traders were selling strength to their advantage. Now dip buyers are clearly buying dips to their advantage. So more than absolute sellers, this market is clearly dominated by dip buyers now.
Dip buyers. Let's get a technical perspective on that. Ashwini and Mitesh as always join us with their views. Ashwini, come to you first. Beyond 5400 or actually the build up to breaking past 5400, do you see that happening in the market?
Well, we've been sideways for the last 3 days and we've held on to previous intermediate highs of about 53.50. See, the day-to-day action is not significant because the market needs big money or big triggers to move sharply, and chances are that it will climb a wall of worry rather than doing those big moves. But if you look at it from a like you were saying, a 6-month perspective, what is clear is that we are making some kind of a bullish head and shoulder pattern, which means that slowly the market has found buying at higher and higher levels, and this time this bottom at 5050 has been a higher bottom, and now we have also made a higher top. So from a basic Dow theory type of analysis, the market looks bullish, but the index may not move in large strides. It will be range bound, then it will suddenly move up 200-300 points, then again get into a huddle. So it will be that kind of action, but there is no question that broadly the market direction remains up as long as we hold on to about 5300 to 5330. So having said that, individual stocks, a lot of stocks in the large caps are breaking out. So something like HDFC is getting into new ground. So it's a buy with a stop about 695, target of 810. NTPC seems to be coming out the best from all the power utility type of space. So this is a buy with a stop about 168, target of 182. And Ambuja Cement, 3 days of sharp declines, and again it started moving higher. So this is a buy with a stop about 189, target about 202.
Mitesh, good afternoon to you as well. Before we look at your specific ideas, Mitesh, isn't it heartening that market leadership is now expanding? Last week it was metals and Reliance, and today it is IT and to some extent autos.
Well, yes, but as I mentioned that while the rest of the component of the index looks still very good and vibrant, and I've talked about how the IT index looks extremely positive in the short term, my sense is that even if we have a breakout without the bank nifty kind of participating, it might not be a very big breakout, I think, so I'm still stuck with the fact that while the market is showing tremendous resolve and strength, given the fact that we have been hitting on this levels of 5,400 for about 3 to 4 times in the last couple of days, I think, you know, we've not managed to get past those levels. I think every dip which occurs from these levels has been bought into. So I think one of the ways to trade this market could be, you know, have a look at levels of 5350, 5340 as the immediate support. I think as long as that level is being held on, there's a good chance that we might get a breakout, which might, if not as big as, you know, which we were expecting earlier, that a rally of 200 points on the Nifty could occur, at least could give you about 50 to 100 points on the upside in the short term, before seeing how the Bank Nifty kind of manages to or fails to participate in this breakout on the Nifty. The other way is to, you know, wait for a actual closing above 5,400 to happen and then buy into it. So either way, I think the broader direction still remains up. A lot of stocks breakouts are succeeding. We have seen the mid-cap index buy signal do very well today. I think it's the random stocks like tire stocks have just joined the rally, and I picked one of them as my trading recommendation. So the breadth is increasing. The leadership is also there, but I think a neat breakout or a clean breakout is not happening because of the Bank Nifty not really firing. So slightly kind of a confusing situation, but overall, as long as 5350, 5340 holds, I think there's a good chance that you'll make money if you keep trading breakouts on individual stocks. Having said that, I've got two buy calls today. One of them is on a tire stock, as I mentioned. I think a C8 Limited. It's moved up since last 30-40 minutes, so I'd recommended buying it at around 115 half with a stop at 110 for a price target of 130. That's a short-term price target. So if somebody is bought and hold, I think, you know, my sense is that the stock is possibly starting a medium-term uptrend. Both C8 and JK tires have given a very strong breakout, and overall I see targets of 150 plus on C8 and around 145 on JK tires. The other one is a buy on AB Nuvo with a stop at 784 for a price target of 845.
All right. Of course, we'll talk about some more the trend in tire stocks as Mitesh highlighted one of them as a recommendation, C8. But want your view on a Tata Motors. Ashwini, come to you on that. The key gainers in today's session, of course, cement has been part of your list, but a Tata Motors and even an Infosys, how do you read into the price and volume action there?
I believe Tata Motors is bottoming out post that large correction, and chances are that you know, we could get to levels which are, you know, fairly close to previous highs. Around 285, 290 on the upside is possible. Once we start trading above, you know, 247 to 249, this generally does well in a global market that's rising. Which is the other stock?
I was asking you about the kind of moves that you're seeing on Infosys this afternoon.
See, Infosys, I won't say is in a big, you know, bull market. It is basically trying to touch the higher end of its range around 25.50. So at higher levels, you should take profits off. I think a lot of people have taken those profits off. If you have to participate in IT, I think HCL Tech remains number one and TCS number two. So large cap IT, you would still bet on those two stocks rather than Infosys.
Of course, there is a reason why Infosys today is reacting. The fact that Infosys Technologies, they have won that visa case against Jack Palmer. But materially, will earnings change for Infosys Technologies, or will life really change for Infosys Technologies because of this verdict? Well, the answer to that is no. So today's price action, like I've been maintaining, is a function of short covering, and let me establish that for you with the help of FNO data. If you mark how open interest has moved in the futures and the options market for Infosys, it simply smells of short covering. Now, if you look at the price chart for Infosys Technologies for last 6 months, it's really the favorite for a short seller. Every time Infosys has gone up, short sellers who have gone short on that stock, they really have got that trade right. Last week, Infosys had appreciated. Everyone knows that the management commentary is not all that charged up. So I guess traders before the close on Friday, they went short, and today they had to deal with a gap up open. That's the simple sum and substance of why Infosys Technologies has appreciated in quick time from levels of 2200 to levels of 2400. Mitesh, Nifty is now marching towards 5400. Is it too early to start talking about levels of 5600? Because 5600 was is the YTD high for us?
Well, you know, I think to be very honest, I think that's the kind of target which I had in mind, and I have been, you know, looking at 55, 70, 80, which was actually the weekly closing when the markets did test 5620 on an intraday basis. So I was looking at Nifty possibly testing those levels again. The only the argument which I've been repeating, I think, quite again and again is the fact that the bank nifty is failing to give any kind of spark on the upside. So I'm not sure whether we'll hit those targets or not, but logically once we get a closing above 5,400, I think 5550 to about 5580 should be the target. And if the bank nifty actually manages to get past 10,650 over there, I think you might see some more strong action happening in from bank nifty as well.
Ashwini, before we take a break, quick 10 seconds, don't go short. Should that be the basic rule in such a market?
I would think so, because if you look at the 6 monthly chart, even on the bank nifty, what it seems is that again it's showing a head and shoulder type of pattern, and you've seen that even despite the worst kind of news, PSU banks getting decimated, the bank nifty has held on. So in case the news gets better and bank nifty starts performing on the upside, the rest of the market is already in a good momentum. And bank nifty could do its catch up once the nifty breaks out of 5400. So I am just going by the 6 monthly pattern, which seems to be bullish, where higher and higher levels is seeing buying. So chances are that we should break out. Today we've done only a 30-point range of the nifty. So odds are extremely high that we are getting close to a breakout.